So Launch Complex 1 is Rocket Lab's privately owned launch complex here in New Zealand, in one of the most remote parts of the country, in a remote part of the world. We have 2 launch pads, as well as a large hangar where we can process multiple Electron vehicles simultaneously, and a number of clean rooms where customers can work on their payloads and integrate their payloads into Electron. The location that we're in here in New Zealand is fantastic. There are very few airplanes flying above us, there are very few ships in the seas around us, and so it's both easy for us to manage those during a launch campaign, and also does not prohibit us from launching pretty much any time. The fact that Rocket Lab owns and operates LC-1 on their own, it's extremely advantageous. It means that we have full control over everything that goes on there. We have first and only priority, and we can do with it what we want. So we can configure things exactly to how Electron is designed, and we can make it work specifically for our needs so that we can turn around launches as fast as anything. We also operate from LC2, which is Wallops Flight Facility. It's a very similar activity over there. We just have some other parties that are involved. We have some really great partners that help us with those operations. We've proven that we can launch one rocket after another within 24 hours. And with all the pads occupied, we could do the same for 3 rockets in 24 hours as well. So as the launch rate picks up around the world from all providers, it prohibits flexibility in a lot of cases. So if you are operating from a pad at federal launch sites and another organization is also operating and they have an issue on their vehicle and they have to delay a day, that may affect your opportunities to launch or other parties' opportunities to launch. And it's this cumulative effect that means that everyone's sort of impacted by everyone else. Whereas with our own launch site that we have full control over and are the sole operators at, if we have to delay a day for weather or similar things, then not a big deal. We don't need to stop anyone else from launching, we deal with it ourselves. When we did our first Electron launch from LC-1, it was not only an accomplishment for Electron as a vehicle, but also the fact that we were the first in the world to have a private orbital launch site. And that was a huge deal. You know, the regulatory hurdles that we had to jump through and the efforts that it took to make that happen were just as big of a deal as to get Electron off the pad. And so that was a huge accomplishment, an exciting accomplishment, and we've just leveraged that since then. And you know, as I've said, added another pad and made it just more and more easy for us to do it. And it's just so liberating to have the freedom to operate from there. So it's the most beautiful launch pad in the world, without a doubt.
I might be biased, but I agree with Michael there. Absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, time now to turn back to the countdown to launch for Electron. And we are at T-minus 3 minutes, 43 seconds and counting until we send NeonSat 1A to space for KAIST. And we are tracking no issues with the rocket, the weather, or the range in these final few moments. Very soon, Electron's autonomous flight computer will take over and run the last 2 minutes or so of operations on its own, which includes finalizing the propellant load and checking that both stages of the vehicle are fully pressurized for launch before liftoff.
At T-minus 10 seconds, our launch director will count down from mission control before Electron launches off the pad at LC-1 for this mission. It's about that time, so let's listen back into MCC to hear those final moments before launch. Go Electron and go KAIST.
Code. From now on, there should be no red flags on your critical LCCs. VCON LD on mission code.
LD VCON.
Lock the auto sequence and confirm.
Confirmed.
Confirm all flight computer ASCIIs are green.
Confirmed.
To all operators, we are go for auto sequence start at T-minus 2 minutes. LDs go for launch.
The vehicle is fully on internal power. AFTS is green, enable for flight.
Lock load complete. System is in recirculation. Anti-geysering is disabled.
Stage 1 and Stage 2 tanks are pressed for flight.
High flow engine purge enabled.
T-minus 20 seconds and counting. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Abort. To all operators, we are proceeding with the immediate abort sequence. GC LD mission code.
LDGC.
Confirm the range state is inhibit.
Confirmed.
And GC, please confirm the stage 1 and stage 2 umbilical status is engaged.
Confirm.
Okay, just confirming what we heard from Mission Control there. Sounds like an abort was called in that countdown, so we are waiting to hear more from Mission Control.
The stage terminal board checks sequence 70.
Copy and work.
At this point, we are not recycling, we are scrubbing for today. PLS LD mission code.
LD PLS.
Proceed with the PLS prep and detank sequence 72.
Copy sequence 72 in work.
Okay, we heard it from Mission Control there with the short launch window for today and that abort called right at liftoff. It looks like we won't be recycling the count today and we'll be standing down. Thank you though for sticking with us, and we'll provide updates on our website and social media channels as soon as we have them.